In Penal Code Section 484 and 488, California law defines petty theft as stealing another person's property that's valued at $950 or less. So if it's more than $950, you could be charged with grand theft, which can be a felony. But if it's $950 or less, you could only be charged with petty theft, which is a misdemeanor. Now, if you're convicted, you could face up to 6 months in jail, along with probation and having to pay restitution. But the worst aspect of being convicted of petty theft is that it goes on your record. And potential employers, when they do background checks and they see that, it's a big red flag because it makes them wonder, are you dishonest? Are you untrustworthy? Can you be trusted with their property? And it can make it very difficult to secure employment later in life. Now, I will say, as a former prosecutor, now criminal defense lawyer, that petty theft is one area where lots of innocent people get wrongly accused, and you may be one of them. So, for example, a lot of times there's a misunderstanding, and we have a situation where our client honestly and reasonably believed that they had permission to take the property, or they didn't know that it was stolen, and they never intended to do anything wrong, and it was simply a mistake or misunderstanding. Sometimes we have a situation where our client is found to be in the possession of stolen property, but our client didn't steal it, and our client didn't even know that it was stolen, and again, never intended to do anything wrong. Sometimes we have a situation where, in a shoplifting case, our client simply forgot to pay. And indeed, we had a case like this very recently where it was at the Macy's store at the Santa Monica Promenade. And our client was looking at some jackets, and he had them in his arm. And he was actually going to try them on and probably buy one of the jackets. But he got a call on his phone, and he looked at his phone, and he realized he didn't get reception there in the store. So he walked out of the store to make the phone call and kind of lost sight of the fact that he had the property on his arm. Loss prevention came and detained him. He got arrested and charged with petty theft. We actually took that case to trial, and the jury came back not guilty, and our client was completely exonerated. And we've had many cases like that where a client has forgotten to pay, forgotten that they had the merchandise, in their hands or in their possession, and we've been able to convince prosecutors or judges or even juries to dismiss those charges. Here at Shouse Law Group, over the years, we've represented many people who are charged with petty theft, and we've had a great record of success in getting these charges reduced and many times outright dismissed.